Exclusive video of federal agents swarming into a Washington Heights building hours after a similar sting in the Bronx.
A couple dozen arrests made in the early morning hours across the city, and that number growing.
It's leading to fear in these communities. It's not only palpable, but it's starting to actually become more and more visible. There have been raids in nearby Newark, New Jersey at a wholesaler fish there. And then we saw most recently a raid at the Bronx Terminal Market. That's a well-known food market.
Antonio and Sarahi own two businesses and employ nearly 30 people, some of whom are also undocumented.
We're entrepreneurs. We're working hard. We don't have any criminal records. We're following the rules. We're making the community a better place, a safe place.
You're sweeping up a lot of them, all illegal entrants. Do you really believe they're the same?
No, absolutely not. And that's why we're prioritizing public safety threats and national security threats. And we have given ICE instructions. When you look for the bad guy and you find others with them, you will arrest them because they're in the country in violation of law.
Federal officials have not disclosed exact numbers, but widespread reports indicate that recent immigration raids have swept up numerous migrants, creating a climate of fear for tens of thousands of hard-working individuals, particularly those without legal status. As ICE agents flood New York City in search of dangerous criminals and gang members, their operations can extend to virtually any business, including high-profile locations like Amazon warehouses. While such raids may seem shocking, immigrant Tonsin advocates argue that these actions often target low-level workers rather than high-level criminals, unless those criminals are hiding in plain sight. Exclusive footage shows federal agents swarming a Washington Heights building following a similar sting in the Bronx, resulting in dozens of arrests across the city. This has sparked palpable fear in immigrant communities, with raids also reported in New Jersey, including at a fish wholesaler and the well-known Bronx Terminal Market. Business owners like Antonio and Sarahi, who employ nearly 30 people, some undocumented, express frustration, emphasizing their contributions to the community and their clean records. However, federal officials defend the raids, stating that, while their primary focus is on public safety and national security threats, anyone found in violation of immigration laws will be arrested. Critics, however, argue that these raids disproportionately affect hard-working individuals rather than dangerous criminals. With over 400,000 undocumented immigrants in New York City alone, many of whom fill essential jobs that businesses rely on. This has led to concerns that aggressive ICE enforcement could destabilize the local economy, as these immigrants often take jobs that many Americans refuse. A 2022 study revealed that 17.7% of workers under 24 in New York are seeking employment, but cannot find it, raising questions about the broader impact of undocumented labor on job availability. Workplace raids, while controversial, are framed as necessary for maintaining national security and economic fairness, as they disrupt criminal networks that exploit undocumented workers. These networks often connect migrants with jobs, sometimes under exploitative conditions, bypassing labor protections like minimum wage and safety laws. Businesses that hire undocumented workers, whether intentionally or unknowingly, not only undermine legal employment opportunities, but also create an uneven playing field for legitimate businesses that comply with labor laws. This dynamic is particularly evident in industries like food service and retail, where undocumented labor can drive down costs, making it difficult for law-abiding businesses to compete. Moreover, the presence of undocumented workers in legitimate-looking businesses often involves criminal elements, such as human trafficking rings that force individuals into labor or sell fake identification documents. These fake IDs, often obtained through criminal networks, enable undocumented individuals to secure jobs at major corporations, further complicating the issue. The proliferation of fake IDs not only facilitates illegal employment, but also poses a significant risk to legal residents whose identities may be stolen and exploited. In New York, a sanctuary city, the tension between progressive ideals and immigration enforcement is stark. While progressives advocate for higher wages and worker protections, the reality for undocumented workers is often the opposite, as they lack the legal standing to demand fair treatment or better conditions. This creates a paradox where businesses that hire undocumented workers, often under exploitative conditions, are seen as both enabling survival and perpetuating systemic inequality. The debate over workplace raids ultimately hinges on whether these actions are viewed as necessary for public safety and economic fairness, or as punitive measures that harm vulnerable communities. As ICE continues its operations, the broader implications for New York's economy, labor market, and social fabric remain deeply contested.